evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. We are here. We are here. Welcome to Let's Have a Fifi. This is episode episode 4 of season 11 of Let's Have a Fifi. 10 years of your Wednesday night conversation. Welcome, welcome. Um, and if you did not notice, I'm here by myself at the moment. But we have some folks joining us tonight. Um, let's see. I think that one of my guests is still setting up, and um, but Nina will join us toward the end of the show. And right now, I believe that Mitchy is getting ready. But while we figure things out, um we want to thank our Patreon supporters for supporting us on Patreon. And you too could support us on Patreon at patreon.com/let's have a fifi. We'd like to thank our Patreon supporters like Brandon, D, Drake Jensen, Casey Starr, Carrie, and Corey, Kim, Joan, Leanne, Nicole, and Shannon. A special thanks to Drake Jensen for taking a deeper plunge on Patreon. Um, and last week, I think we recorded our first like behind the scenes after the show. Freddie named it the Afterglow. There's video and there's audio of what our discussion after the show. So if you don't know, you won't know unless you're on Patreon, and we won't be posting it anywhere else. So, yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. Um, Hold on just a second. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Success Boutique, LC Designs, and Wigs of a Kind for supporting us. And you can support us too by going to paypal.me/let's have a fifi. I was at a fundraiser earlier today, and somebody said, "Just give me your money. It doesn't matter what I need it for. Just give me your money." So I'm saying the same thing. Give me your money. Did it work? No? Okay. You can also get text alerts for the show by texting LHAF to 602-730-7379. Yes, and I haven't been doing it that much lately, so I need to get back on that train. And if you're on Facebook, um, go ahead and click the stars, and I believe we get some kind of proceeds out off of that. Thank you to those that have in the last 2 weeks or so. We have had like 4 or 5, almost 800 stars donated to us. And Facebook makes it easy. They get a cut though. So I don't know. Um, let's see. I'm gonna bring in one of the guests. Is that okay? Is that okay? Oh, you're so small over there. Wait. Oh, there we have it. Can we hear you?
Hello, hi.
Hey. So this is your first time on Let's Have a Fifi. Introduce yourself to the folks.
My name is Mitchy Miraj, and thank you for having me here tonight, Fifi.
Oh, absolutely. Uh, I don't know why my phone's ringing. Um, but usually our guests are very involved in our show. We don't like that people sit back and wait for us. So if I talk about anything, you just go ahead and get involved.
Okay.
But first of all, how was your weekend? How are you?
I had a relaxing weekend, really, and yeah, I worked through the week, so.
Oh, so you took off today to be on our show?
No, I I got off a little early today though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made
Uh,
time.
we appreciate you. So this weekend I did a whole bunch of stuff, but I also did my first makeup client that wasn't like a drag person. So I was very
Okay.
nervous. I was scared out of my mind. And luckily, she came very prepared on what she wanted. So I did Hades from Hercules, and my
It's
husband likes
Halloween.
to Hercules. Um, but that was quite a bit of an undertaking. Ooh, what are you drinking?
um, I'm having
What is it?
a margarita
Oh, okay.
with
Mm-hmm.
some Don Julio.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't drink. I'm just kidding. That's a
No.
lie. That's a lie. Uh, it's a lie. Um, okay. That's I would be drinking, but
Halloween
I
was
gotta
there.
get up early. I gotta get up early. I can't mess around with that.
Yeah.
So, um, did you vote yesterday?
No, I didn't vote. I didn't.
What? Oh my gosh. I
No,
have to kick
because
you off now. I have to
I
kick
know
you
I just
off.
moved and I don't think my voting is in my new address.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You better get that fixed right
I know.
away.
I know. It's
Um
my bad.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Anyhow, but so we'll talk about the election anyway. So in Arizona, we made the news again because some polling places were a little bit malfunctioning, I guess. I don't know. But some of the
I heard.
poll things weren't working. So some people were very livid, including those people that sued to see if the polls would stay open, which a judge was like, no, we're just going to go ahead and, no, we're not going to do that. Um, Good news is that Blake Masters looks like he's not winning. We have Mark Kelly. Um, it um looks like Scary Carrie is not in the lead and Katie Hobbs is. Which,
Okay.
if Scary Carrie becomes the governor, I'll
Right.
be. You'll have to move again because it might get a little terrifying here. It might get a little terrifying. What are your thoughts if the governor is Carrie Lake?
Yeah, I'll probably move.
You probably just be like, "That's okay. Thank you so much for what you've done. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
now."
I mean, it's a good thing she's not in the league for it.
I mean, it's pretty close. She's at 49.7%, and Katie Hobbs is at 50.3%. So and they're this is 70% reporting. So there's another 30% of people out there that could tip this over. I can't
Like
believe that it's that close.
where those
But
people are.
yeah, we need to find those people. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's bad enough that people were being haunted at um, drop off boxes. Also, I was a little disappointed in the Texas race for governor. Um, Abbott is supposedly the projected winner. I did not like that. Um, Another state that I was kind of disappointed and was rooting for was Stacey Abrams in Georgia. Um, w- wow. Beto and Stacey Abrams, Beto from Texas, and Stacey Abrams from Georgia really went all out. It seemed like they never slept, and for the most part, they were at concerts, they were at rallies, they were everywhere. They were at their neighborhood fast food places. They let everybody have it. Um, so we'll see how that turns out. I don't believe that Herschel Walker won in government. Whoa, in Georgia, but if he did, we'll have to watch out for that and see what it's like. Oh no, no, I remember reading this. So um, they'll have to do something in December where they go for a vote because they were like less than a certain percentage away from each other. So it's kind of like a tiebreaker. That's what I want to call it.
Mm,
Are
okay.
there any issues that politically, I know that some people are not politically charged, but are there things that politically you keep your eye out for?
Um, I mean, for sure. I, I mean, it doesn't affect me, but I still think is Arizona is like banning abortions. You know what I mean? Uh, it has the right to do what they want to their body. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, um, we're not the only state, I learned yesterday, that had abortion on the ballot. A lot of states are trying to push that ban, and you know, and it's, I'm not going to go too much into that, but um, we're not going back to the 1800s. That's all I'll say. We're not going back to the
Right.
1800s.
Because slippery slope, and I feel like if you let them have that, then what's next? To be honest.
Which is important why you should vote. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to I didn't raise my voice. I did it with intention. But um I I think those were like the biggest issues. Some of the issues that were kind of important to me were some of the ballot measures, which Prop 128 allows state makers to amend voter approved ballot initiatives, which means they can like make changes to something you have already voted on. It looks like it's projected to be a no. These things are real. It's kind of weird and scary all at the same time. Um, Prop 129 limits the subjects of ballot initiatives, which a lot of people said yes. And Prop 130 revises the rules of state property tax. I don't pay property tax, but I'm sure my landlord does. Um,
Yeah.
there was one on here about um, this one's really important. Prop 308, Arizona Prop 308, allows financial aid for college students regardless of immigration status. That looks like it's at 50.8 yes, with 70% reporting. Hopefully that stays pretty good. And Prop 309, which was the one that like kind of was like, do we do this? And I hope it stays no. This revises the election voter ID rules, which would make it like mandatory that you have your and some other forms of ID with you when you vote. I don't know. That sounds like oppression to me, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's bad enough that we can barely make it to the polls, but then we require
Right.
more paperwork like you're trying to rent an apartment.
I always do mail in.
hmm
So
This year, so I always do mail in too. I'm on the like permanent list. Don't ever take me off the list. But usually I mail mine in. But this year I was kind of late. And so I dropped mine off. But it seemed like people were very calm, and but the line was very long. But when you have your little early
Really?
ballot, you just stream to the front and just put it in.
Really?
Done.
Okay.
See, you could have done your early ballot and just dropped it off.
I really could have. So.
Nobody's judging you. Maybe me. Maybe me. Maybe. It looks like also the one that I was kind of confused about is imposing a sales tax to support fire districts when I felt like we just did something like that, but that's a subject for another day. Um, but yes, just a little election talk. Um, make it worth your while to go to the next election, which is like the presidential, I believe. So that's really important. It's really important, especially for us in the LGBTQ plus community. Um, we do not need people getting a little crazy and saying, you know what? Since they're not going to the polls, let's go ahead and put this on there. And
That's
then
what I'm saying.
that's what happens. They go, oh, you know what? They're not going. Oh, they can't bring your ID to the polling places. So we'll just put something on the ballot. That's what happens. I feel it. I feel it. Even though you think you're not being oppressed and people are not leading you astray, they are. Scary thoughts. Anyhow, on to our guest. Are you ready for me? You're there? You look like you're frozen in time. Are you there? So, Mitchy, do can I call you Mitch or Mitchy or
Just call me Mitch if you want. Yeah.
okay? Uh, Mitch, uh, tell folks about yourself. You don't have to give us the whole bio. This is not like A&E. I can't tell your story.
Right.
But tell
The
us
childhood
about
years.
how you where you're from, how we got started, all
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I was born in Cincinnati. I lived in Ohio. I was like 13. Um, when I was a kid, I used to like write poetry and stuff, and I feel like that translated to when I started writing raps and
Mm.
moved to Arizona when I was 13, and um, I moved with my family because I had to. And yeah, I would say I started like about 3 years ago, but I've released three like one song a year. So I have my mixtape that I'm to get prepped and put out before the end of this year. Finally.
Oh, oh. You say
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah. It's been a long time I've been working on it, so I'm excited.
How long have you been working on it?
Uh Probably some of the songs I've been sitting on for like 2 years, but I didn't know what I was gonna do with them. For the past year, I've been like getting everything together to put on our songs and stuff.
Okay, so um start out with poetry. What is the process of putting together so A, what is the process of putting together a song? But then what is the process of putting together an album?
So I guess they would kind of start the same album. You would start with I would start with a concept. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
for a song, my latest song, "Bitch, I'm Sorry." That's kind of the concept, but that can be used different ways. It's kind of like had like friends that get upset because maybe you're really handle stuff in your career, your goals, you know. And it's like, I got shit to do, you know what I mean? Or same for like, you know, a relationship doesn't see like why you're putting so much time into something, you know. It's kind of like bitch. So that, you know, I would start with the concept, and I would probably pick a beat to go, a beat that you feel, you know, a lot of people like, you know, the part that is like repeated throughout the song, and then you got your hook, because it's like kind of like, you know, the main premise throughout the song.
Okay. The current single that you have out now, how long did that take from beginning to end?
To write?
To produce, to...
That song I had written and recorded. I wanted to re-record it because it was like when I was like, you know, more new to the game. But I really liked it. And I partnered up with the girl, Lee, and I like took her, I talked to her about it in this car, and I was like, played it out my car, and she loved it. She was like, yes, let me get on the show. That's how that one started. I had it recorded for probably like 2 years, and then I decided, you know, within the past year, like, what do I want to get it actually finalized into a song.
Okay. So it's not a remix with her on it, because
No,
there's an original, right?
I guess what I had, like, what do they call it?
Was it like a rough draft kind of thing?
Rough draft of a track, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this a remix? You didn't say that it's a remix.
I just had it re-recorded. I had it recorded. It just wasn't released. And like,
okay.
If I wanted she's on the chorus, and I knew I wanted a girl on the chorus. So
Okay. So, before we go any further, let's play the video. I think it'll play. If it doesn't play, just forgive me. Because I'm known for technical errors.
I'm the worst.
It's my thing. Hold on.
You ain't never had no one like me look perfect. Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working. How a bitch gon' try to play me, already played it. Now she tryna say what's up when I'm at the party. You ain't never had no one like me look perfect. Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working. How a bitch gon' try to play me, already played it. Now she tryna say what's up when I'm at the party. Versace Cuban chain, use this dick gon' rearrange you. Only fucked her once, I got receipts, so I exchange you. Ain't nothing that I can't do. Curly hair like Kane too. How a bitch gon' try to play me, no, I fuck the Bessie too. Pull up in the demon, watch you see my face look like an angel. Nasty, natty, baby, when I'm in that pussy, call it banger. Put leader on the track, know it's finna be a banger. She the one, a nice guy, want a hot boy that's without a danger. That's why I pull up with my click case, I see any pussy haters. She said act like a dog, I guess that's why they pussy hating. Bitches out here talk shit, on the low, they tryna date us. Slippin' with my slime, cause her next one tryna imitate us. You ain't never had no one like me look perfect. Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working. How a bitch gon' try to play me, already played it. Now she tryna say what's up when I'm at the party.
You ain't never had no one like me, I'm perfect. Thick Nick's chick who talk back, but I'm worth it. Bitch, I'm sorry you offended by my looks. Mitchy Miraj and lead a lead, about to leave, I'm so shook. When I step in a room, I commanded the attention. Don't forget to tell them that I'm gifted with the shit you mentioned. I didn't come to play, no, all I do is slay hoes. If you ain't about my money, get the fuck up out my way, yo. I'ma stay on my grind, queen gonna shine bright. My money long, native blood got me looking right. Pretty face, but don't cause no trouble down the fight. Do we have a problem, baby girl? Cause it's on sight. Thirsty people in my business, drink some lemonade. Ho, self-made, I want all the Benjis, all the smoke. Yo, fuck the industry, cause they only care about the dough. Dame, drink, family by my side at every show, bro. Yeah, you ain't never had no one like me, I'm perfect. Big mixed chick who talk back, but I'm worth it. Bitch, I'm sorry you offended by my looks. Mitchy Miraj and lead a lead, about to leave him so shook. Aha.
You ain't never had no one like me look perfect.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
How a bitch gon' try to play me, already played it. Now she tryna say what's up when I'm at the party. Young and I'm handsome, make a couple bitches trick on me. And my DM asking daddy, when you put this dick on me? On my birthday, I my neck out like I got an injury. Like when she want that shit forever, into me, infinity. Make that ass bomb, ba-bomb, bomb. Yeah, she do it like Selena Beatty, a bomb, bomb. Love it when she got a donk, the donk, donk. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if she paid for it. Got her cheating on a man, cause my baby worth it. City boy, but it's hot, let me close the curtain. Blacked out, but the neighbors still here cursing. Put it on her OnlyFans and get that bitch a Birkin. Ay, put it on her and the next day she text me, she hurting. Well, I ain't save a number, so I don't know that for certain. But it was either her or the last one of the ass squirting. And I'm all up in her guts, I'm doctor, baby, I'm a surgeon. You ain't never had no one like me look perfect. Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working. How a bitch gon' try to play me, already played it. Now she tryna say what's up when I'm at the party.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
Like Atari.
Bitch, I'm sorry.
She's not sorry. Wait a minute. Automatically turned off. But wait. Hold on. What? Wait. What kind of magic is going on here? What kind of magic is going on here?
This is the magic of God, I guess.
I was like,
You ain't never had no one like me look perfect.
I was like,
Yeah, I'm out here in the trap, but I'm always working.
I don't believe I saw that the first time I watched this. I guess I missed out on.
Yeah, it's just real quick. Just a little something.
So this is just a little something for the people. So how long did that video take?
That like 6 hours to shoot.
6 hours
I thought
to
it would
shoot,
take like
and
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Who did the video?
I was hoping. The videographer is Passe Tapes, and Nino, my manager, was directing.
Okay. Your manager was directing. So your manager is in charge of the booty clapback.
Yeah, I think it was suggested, maybe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm asking the important questions. I'm asking.
I've never done.
You said that. Oh, make me believe you. So along with the video, okay, so now the single is out, right? What happens now?
Now, so that's the single gonna interlude into the mixtape, which I want to release. I'm thinking before the end of the year.
Oh wow! Is it ready?
It's pretty much ready, honestly. I just need to just perfect. I'm a perfectionist with it, honestly. I'm so annoying with it.
I mean, I think that's all artists, but eventually you have to let go of perfection and let it go into the
let
world.
Your baby fly. You know?
I think that's all of us. So, and is there any videos planned for any other songs on the mixtape?
Really working on a video on a remix out to this Biggie beat, this Biggie Smalls beat.
Mm-hmm.
Video to that, but it's not on that mixtape.
Oh. So a song that's not on the mixtape is going to
Yeah.
be the next video.
Yeah, maybe the next mixtape.
Oh. So
Yeah.
things in the works, things in the works. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah.
What else besides music are you up to that we would be so interested in that we would catch you everywhere and anywhere to be?
Um,
Are you
I
performing live
mean,
at all?
yeah, I do perform my music here in the Valley. I'll be at actually. I just got confirmation on that.
You got
I'll be
where? You cut out a
performing
little
there.
bit.
I'll be at Stacy's tomorrow at
Oh,
Inferno
okay.
Thursdays. Yes, I'll be
Oh,
rapping there.
okay. A full set or
Yeah,
just
I'll
the
do a set.
song?
I'll do a set for you guys.
Okay, okay. Um, and then where? What time at Stacy's?
Uh, um, I believe 8.
Are you sure?
Don't quote me. There's other performers too. So
Uh-huh. Were you at Inferno Thursdays a couple months ago when they had a whole bunch of rappers from the Valley perform?
I think I was there that night. Yeah,
Okay, but you didn't perform.
yeah, I did perform.
Oh, okay.
They had a Benji. Do you know who he is? Benji and
Uh-huh. He's been
Mario.
on the show.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you collaborate with any of the other rappers in the Phoenix Valley? Um,
Yeah, I've collaborated with, I feel like, a decent amount of artists. I mean, on Bitch I'm Sorry is
mhm.
local. I have a song with Benji actually. It's on his album. It's like a little bit of a Spanglish little mix for y'all.
Mhm.
I have a
What's
song on SoundCloud with Mario, but it's a remix and stuff like that.
okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. Cuz people may not follow you or may not know who is your inspiration when you rap.
Um, I would, I mentioned Biggie earlier. I like his beats because I really love Biggie as a rapper. I love Lil Wayne. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people know one of my inspirations. Um, he's not super popular, right? I kind of separate people's rap or like their musical lives. That's just me though.
Mhm.
I look up to like Kanye as a rapper. Like I feel like, especially back in the day, he had a lot of good
The little bit
music.
more sane Kanye.
Right back, yeah, yeah, before universal stuff.
Before he
But
got
that's
crazy.
just like even people like Chris Brown. Like we don't condone those decisions. Time I feel like it's kind of wrong to take it out on the music because he's not talking about that in the music, promoting that. They're not like
Mm.
putting that up on their platform. I don't know. I think
Mhm.
it's like maybe don't go support them on tours and stuff. I feel like it's not so bad to really listen to their music personally.
Mm. Well, we've had this talk a couple weeks ago about canceling people out, and there are a lot of people that can be instantly canceled out. I don't condone anything that Kanye has said in the last 24 to like 36 months.
Yeah.
If um But um, there are other folks that have done things that we talked about, that like David Bowie and some other folks that we continue to love their artistry and them as people. But I say take it as you will, and but right now I'm not on the Kanye train. I was hinting because I follow you on Instagram, and there's a certain someone that I see all the time on your Instagram story. I thought she was an inspiration too.
Is it Nicki Minaj? I said her.
I mean, you tell me. You tell me. I'm not being
Yeah,
interviewed.
the biggest female inspiration.
Yes.
I mean,
Um,
Mitchy Miraj, obviously, kind of a play on like Nicki Minaj.
I wasn't gonna tell you to say that, but that's what I was going for. I was
Yeah.
kind of getting at that. I was kind of getting there. But I'm excited to hear the mixtape. I'm excited to hear what's next and see a video. You can send me videos all the time. But so you're performing tomorrow. I think that's DJ Image that keeps saying that you're gonna be on at 10:30 tomorrow at Stacy's at Melrose. What is gonna happen after that? What's next? Where do we find you?
I don't have any shows booked currently,
Mhm.
but I'm working getting some stuff going for November. And honestly, I'm going to be doing a lot of writing this next month too. So I'll be doing that.
Okay.
But you guys can follow me on Instagram, CHYMIRAJ. I always post all my shows on there and everything. Hey.
Yes. So, so good to talk to you. Don't leave just yet, because we'll recap again. And then I also would love for you to stick around so that we could do the afterglow for our Patreon supporters. And that won't take very long, I promise. If you want to stay on and talk with our next guest who rushed all the way back to be on, she was at work and rushed all the way to fulfill her promise, and I can't believe she made it way before the time that she said she was going to be here. She's probably I dare I say she ran. But oops, my bad. I'm pressing wrong buttons. Please welcome Dina Nina.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. I did run. I sped. I broke a lot of laws on the way over here. I may have ran a red light.
Oh.
I was like, bitch, I gotta clock out.
She said, oh my God, I can't be here any longer. I gotta go.
I'm one who normally hangs out after a show and talks to everyone. And I was like, bye, everyone. And just ran out.
They're like, oh my God, what happened? What
From the
happened?
stage to the car. Like, that's.
Yes. Dina.
Yeah.
So you haven't been with us for a while.
Girl, it's been a minute.
While. Well, we've been on for 10 years, so it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Tell us, well, so if there's anybody new, tell them about yourself, and you have the floor. Tell us
All
all
right.
about you.
I mean, you give me the floor, I'm
Yes.
gonna talk. A bitch is gonna
Yes, let's
talk.
go.
So I am a stand-up comedian and an actor, and I currently am based in the Midwest, and I run a stand-up comedy school called Lady Laughs Comedy. We teach stand-up improv, acting on the camera, and I've been doing stand-up professionally for 15 years, and I'm cute.
Okay.
I also might be a little sweaty today, so do not
Well, you
judge.
ran. You
I did.
ran.
I was
You
like,
ran here.
I'm gonna burn some calories. I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
burn a
fine.
calorie. And
Just the one.
yeah, just one. And then I have a podcast called I Love Funny Women. And of course, I do live streams occasionally on my YouTube at Dina Nina XO. And that's all my socials. So you can find me all over the place.
Oh.
And of course, last night,
What
Fefe
was last
joined.
night?
I don't know. You joined me for something.
Oh, the elections,
The election. We did election night coverage. Like, I think it was the funnest election night coverage I've ever seen.
I was a little bit sad because my state and California hadn't come up yet.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
just as we signed off, we were like ready to go. And I was like,
ooh, you guys are
oh,
tied over there too.
yeah. All
I've
the
never
races
said
are
that
tight.
before.
I did last night.
Yes.
But all the races were tight, and I still can't believe that Stacey Abrams is.
Ugh. Tell me about it. I can't believe that Ron Johnson beat out Mandela Barnes too. And
Oh,
if you don't know my feelings for Mandela Barnes, they run deep.
your man didn't get chosen?
He did not. Ron Johnson, I
Yep.
don't know what to call him. He's our senator again, and
Oh.
yeah.
Did Mitch
So
fall over? Did Mitch fall over? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Oh, there. Okay.
I did fall. Thank you.
Are you okay? Do you
I'm
need us to call 911?
I mean, so I tell my kids this, and I will tell you this. If you fall, I'll make sure you're okay first, and then I'll laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes the "are you okay" comes out really fast, and then I just start laughing.
Sometimes
not
it comes
hear
out
it.
with a laughter.
Yeah, it comes out with the
Are
laughter.
you okay? Oh.
And then I'll be like, "Oh, shoot. Oh, paramedics? No, we don't got that. Sorry. It's so bad." Dina,
Yes.
I'm glad that you ran here. I totally just didn't expect this. I was like, she's here now.
I make a
so."
commitment, and I want to fulfill that commitment as close to time as possible. A bitch got a work ethic and cares about the feelings of other people enough to say, I'm gonna be on time, or as close to
Amen,
it as I
amen.
can be.
Pass that on and spread the word.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? So you created the school, you do live streams, you have the podcast. How is that all going? One
It's
thing or the
going.
other?
It's
It's
going well.
going.
Yeah. I mean, podcasting is always getting attention for anything is always a struggle,
Mhm.
but I have had enough of life has been hard, and
Yeah.
my focus now is I just want to live the rest of my life as happily as I can, doing the things
Mhm.
that feed me and make me feel complete as a human being. Because I realized over the last few years that it's hard to not
Mhm.
when we have so much inside of us that we're passionate about and driven about, and we're not able to pursue those things, it
It
really
drains
squashes who
you.
we are. Yeah, it drains us. And after working a job for 9 months to kind of, compensate for the pandemic hitting my business really hard.
Yeah.
I am like, I either am ready to go now
Yeah.
or I'm going to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to be as happy as I can while I'm here. And I know that I was put here to make people laugh and to, this sounds so Southern churchy, but love on people. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to be, uh, caring for each other and loving each other. You guys, we have to do this all together as best as we can. And and that starts with loving us and loving those around us. And yeah.
She got she gets preachy.
Y'all di-
Um
y'all didn't bring on Miss Reverend Dina Nina for nothing. I'm gonna take y'all to I'm gonna bring you to the Lord. Lord and Savior Sophia, the mother of all.
she got me good last night. She started preaching. I was like, "Ooh.
I was like,
Oh. I thought this was supposed to be
ooh.
election night services. I didn't know election night services had just taken off. Oh my goodness." Um yes, we are family. That's right, Laura.
Yeah.
Um
Mhm.
are you touring at all? Are you
So
yeah.
currently, I'm not. I'm kind of getting back in the swing of everything after taking a short break, just 'cause for my mental health and stability. And but I'm in the process of working on a tour of Texas, and it
Oh.
is one of the things that over the last few years that I've seen and heard from my friends in Texas is that trans people are being targeted and doxxed and run out of their schools and their homes, and uh, people have been moving out just to protect their family. And as someone who grew up in a small town in Texas, and my parents thought about moving out of the small town that they grew up in,
Mhm.
to protect and care for me, um, they didn't. But but like
They thought about it. They thought
But you know
about
what
it.
I mean? Like, there's always that, like, we all know that as far as trans and non-binary and queer people,
Mhm.
we need to be loved and understood within our family units, or else there's no hope for us. So, part of my goal is to go to Texas because I was like, "These people are suffering. I can at least go and be funny," you know? I mean,
Yeah.
so my plan is to do a trans tour of Texas where
Would it
uh
just be you, or would it be other, folks
I
with
will
you?
probably have supporting comics that are, part of the GLBT community throughout the process just to lighten the load a little bit, but, and part of what that will look like is, bringing in progressive politicians to talk about ways that we can, um, push back on the systems that are oppressing
Mhm.
us, and what are ways we can help each other within the community to really be there and support these kids who all they want is to live. They just want to exist. So I'm gonna start with Texas because that's where I'm from originally, and I will
Mhm.
keep being me until the day I die.
Yes, Laura says keep being you. Um, any chance that you could spread the love to other states, like Arizona?
Absolutely. Y'all want to call me
Arizona.
up and say, "Hey, Dina, we want to bring you to my state." I will come to your state. I will come
Yes.
there and be funny, and we will talk about the issues, and will be positive light for people. Like, I mean, come on. This Karen culture is I'm done. I'm done with white people being assholes. I'm done with anybody being assholes. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
step it up and be
Absolutely.
Same.
nice. Love people. Be cool. Be
You're
cool.
you're taking the word of Dina Nina and sipping on a margarita is lovely
Yes,
and fitting to
Lord.
the mantra of our show.
Yeah. Taking it all
I
in on.
mean, I don't drink, but I
But if
heard
you
it's a nice
did,
time. If
yeah.
I did,
It would be trash right now.
I hold myself pretty well, I think.
I did until I didn't.
um, I love that you're gonna get up and travel. I love that you're getting back into things. What I wanted to ask is, how did the pandemic affect comics in general? Because I know that like artists started going into their
Mhm.
homes and filling like this.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because you said it was like you're like, I gotta live now because
yeah.
this is. But what was that like when you had to like shut the door, basically?
Mm. Well, I luckily shut the door with some people that I consider family. So we were
Mm-hmm.
kind of together through a lot of it, which really helped. I mean, coming from so we were supposed to have the Lady Laughs Comedy Festival in April of 2020, and
Mm-hmm.
we were all geared up for that, you know, working really hard towards that. And then all of a sudden, I have no festival, which used to be the bulk of my income for the year, you know, for my business. So there's no festival, there are no live shows, nobody's calling me. So I was like, okay, what can I do right now? And I started hosting um kind of mental health check-in days once a week with the comics and anybody that wanted to join, really.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent like a happy hour kind of mental health check-in. How's everybody doing? Like, you're at home alone. This sucks. What are you doing? What's going on? And then I was kind of everybody was like, let's do this virtual thing. And I was like, I don't know. I need to make sure that it holds up to my standards as a producer. So we we found a solution and started doing virtual comedy for a while. And that was great. We did the festival actually virtually. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Still not what it should have been, but it happened. And
We
I've just
definitely
been,
talked about perfectionism earlier,
yeah,
but
yeah. So I'm pretty good about not being a perfectionist, but I do have standards that I like to present, if
mm-hmm.
that makes sense. So like if something little goes wrong, I'm not all hung up about it, but I'm definitely wanted it to look and feel right for everyone involved. So the comics had support and the audiences were able to see the
Mm-hmm.
show. So yeah, I mean, and then I just kept plugging away and then had a mental breakdown.
I mean,
But who
if you,
didn't?
I was about to say, who didn't? We were all tied up in our homes.
Yeah, not in a good way.
I mean, yeah. Well, I might have been. I didn't explain it fully.
I tied my
Um,
vibrator up and called it a night. I'm just like, okay, Bob, we're gonna strap you to the bed. Are you ready? Do you like that? And all he said to me was, "Zzz," and I was like, good.
oh,
which,
yes.
which is
The
my love
laugh we
life.
need. The
Right.
laugh we need.
Yeah.
Um, so look for you on tour. You may come to Arizona if we beg you hard enough.
I mean,
And
you twist my
then
arm and
uh
get me paid. I'm going. I'll be there.
I'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know anybody. I don't know
I
anybody.
know you're just like nobody
I
in the.
just I just am a nobody here and I just
You're
sit
just
here
a
and
nobody. A
I sit
nobody
here
in the
in my
town.
little office and just dress up in women's clothing and yeah,
You're not a
that's my
woman?
thing. What? Who said that? Uh
Are you
I
one of
have
those
no idea.
groomers who read to children?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We had quite the discussion yesterday, y'all,
Mm,
about
mm.
drag queens reading to children and teaching them how to read. So,
Ooh.
and they like to watch this show, just so y'all
Yeah.
know.
The kids do?
Uh, no.
Okay, thank the gods. I
No.
was like, oh.
I do have
Thanks.
a little bit of a fan club from the White Nationalist Party.
Really?
So yeah, they follow me on Instagram.
They
They
Why?
do.
have they have thoroughly increased my engagement rate. Um, and that looks really good when I'm trying to present to brands that I should be an influencer because I want you guys to watch me get ready
Yes.
and I can get paid. Thank you.
Get ready with me, white nationalists.
I should truly do a video that is like, oh my god, they're watching me.
Paint yourself white.
Oh no, I couldn't. That was the early days of drag. Please,
You're like you're like,
if you
no.
ever call me ugly, I will show you that I was ugly at one point. Because I thought I was cute.
So my very first pageant, I'm partially colorblind. So I bought
Ooh.
an olive base. So I was green. I was green in a pageant, and a green bitch won the pageant.
Oh no
I
way!
mean, I looked really good even though I was green, and I still slayed it.
Oh my gosh! I had no idea what I was doing. I thought I was the queen of the world, and I put on like 5 shades lighter than my face, and that's all I'll say. The pictures are still on Facebook,
And look at
and
you now.
my turning point was when the newspaper came and they put it on like one of the front pages, and I was like, "Who is that?" Oh, oof, mm. Yeah, she's not doing that no more.
She's like, I will go to some tutorials on the YouTubes.
Oh, well, we didn't have the YouTube, and people of color don't have that many tutorials. They do now,
That's fair.
uh, but I was basically putting on makeup in the dark. You're welcome. You're
I mean,
welcome.
I did some things in the day. So
Oh,
I
that
get it.
is true.
Mm.
I did have a billboard.
Yeah.
I did have a billboard, which was
I'm
about safe drinking. Don't black out when you drink. I'm looking at you, Mitch.
Drink
I'm
at
looking.
home.
Yeah. After this.
I mean, blacking out at home is okay. Just remember how you got there.
And who you slept with.
I mean,
I don't
safe out
remember
there.
90% of the people I slept with. So, I mean, look at me preaching about.
Or the awkwardness of somebody that's like, "Hey," and you're like, mm,
How did
mm.
this happen?
You don't remember me? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So sorry.
Oh, yeah,
So
so
sorry.
I was in you last night.
Well, that was very butch of you. Wow. Wow. Um,
I do impressions of cis het guys. I also do cis het guys.
so if you want to get into Dina's DMs, there's that. There's that. And Mitch is very quiet, but he likes it in his DMs too. It sounds very derogatory.
I
He
mean,
likes it in his DMs. Wow.
who doesn't?
I think it was derogatory.
You're like,
Don't fall out.
I feel personally attacked right now.
I don't know your business. Don't fall out drunk at home.
Sorry,
Okay,
Alexa.
Laura.
Echo, shut up.
What did we tell Alexa to do?
I said something that sounded like her name, and she was like, "Oh, yep, they're shining at me." They are
Alexa took
listening.
over. She's always listening.
She is.
Tell her to subscribe to the Let's Have a Fefe podcast.
Yes, please.
She's already listening. Watch, you're gonna sign on, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, oh."
I used to yell at my Alexa on our podcast to, subscribe. And people were like, "Stop doing that. Every time I play it, it pops on."
That's wonderful.
It's great. It's lovely.
I hope to set disruption all over the place.
Mhm.
Okay, so we know that we can find Dina all over the place, and we're gonna bribe her to come to Arizona. She's gonna do a
Yes.
tour around Texas. Maybe you should do the border towns too, because Beto was leading in the border towns.
Let's do it. I'll call Beto.
Oh, my friend did, and Alexa got pissed. Oh, Alexa got pissed because I said let's subscribe to Let's Have a Fefe.
I mean, she gets saucy sometimes. That
Oh,
lady.
that old bitch. Oh my god.
Yetch.
She's a nosy bitch. She listens to everything. Oh, I yell at her all the time. And funny thing is, on these devices, you can hear yourself. You can go back and find the recordings of these. And sometimes you can hear me. I should do that. I should
just play it all on one of your podcasts. Just be like, "This is everything I said to
This
Alexa."
is me trying to order laundry soap 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. And Alexa saying it's not available.
I'm very, very sweet to my smart devices, and this is why, because when the AI uprising comes up, I tell them to remember that I was kind to you.
Well, I guess I'm out.
I don't want to be strangled in the night by a Roomba without, like.
Well, I guess I'm out. I'm out. I yell at Siri all the time.
You're the first target of the AI after the uprising.
Yeah. Because Siri always gives me the wrong answer. And then I
Mhm.
say, fine, I'm going to Google. And then it says, like, that's not nice, or something it says. And I'm like, well, have the right answers.
And she's like, ask the right questions. And you're like, you just got a little sassy, Alexa. Can we
Yes.
rewind?
AI is scary. Anyhow, so any other upcoming gigs, Dina?
Well, I'm doing a monthly show in Chicago called Extra AF Comedy Chicago, and that starts November the 25th, and so it'll be the last Friday of the month in Chicago at the IO Theater reopening. I'm also teaching there, as well as teaching for Lady Laughs Comedy. And go to dinanina.com to find out all of the things that are happening.
I didn't create a caption for that one. I just
That's
did
fine.
this one. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. Dina Nina. You can go to Dina Nina XO, and my links page has everything that you can follow me at.
Yes, get it. All right. And then Mitch, recap on where you're going to be next.
At my apartment.
Supposed to be rapping
Oh.
at Stacy's.
Tomorrow before 10:30. You want people to arrive before 10:30. You don't want them to show up during your set.
We want people to get there.
What'd you say? You cut out a little bit. 10
o'clock.
You look a little faded. I'm gonna let you go. Of course, I have to. I did not skip to the part where I'm supposed to be. Please hold. Freddie's in Houston this week, and we'll be back next week. I will be at the Sparkle Glisten. It's a Glisten Arizona fundraiser and award show. I'll be there with Drag Story Hour, Arizona, and that starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow. I will be at Stacy's on Sunday at 8 p.m. for Magic, hosted by Mia Inez Adams. And then on the 18th, we will be at Gracie's Tax Bar for Just the Tip Sex Trivia Night. And you don't know everything about sex, so you should come and learn. Huh? Huh? Yeah? Was
Good.
it? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded good in my head. I need to work on the delivery. Maybe I need one of your classes. Is it virtual?
I will have a virtual class coming up. LadyLaughsComedy.com. Lady, one lady, multiple laughs, just like we like our orgasms.
Oh.
Comedy.com.
Oh. Oh my God. Well, I was not expecting this.
I mean, I'm always bringing it.
Upcoming guest, we have Sir Eric, Mr. Phoenix Leather 2020. He's going to be here. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Lots of things. Bring your notebook. Bring your notebook. We're going to take notes.
Yes.
Especially as many questions as we get about leather. And then as part of the Austin Drag Festival, International Drag Festival, we have Jack Rabbit coming on the 23rd. And then on the 30th, we have Dylan B. Dickerson White. He's Mr. Trans USA 2022. Do you know Mr. Trans USA? You're going to get to know him on the 30th. And then on December 7th, we have author Lee Call, children's book author. So we have a lot coming up, a lot of things coming up. And you can catch us, all three of us, everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
Everywhere. Swat a fly, you might catch us. And we want to thank you for tuning in for tonight's Wednesday night conversation. It's your Wednesday night conversation. If you're on Patreon, if my two guests will stick around, we'll do a little afterglow discussion about whatever. And then you'll catch that on Patreon in the next day or so. Or if I forget, then Freddie will do it when he comes back, because I don't know. But thank you for watching live, and those that watch on the replay, and those that listen on the podcast. We just went over like 6,000, because before we weren't really doing the podcast, to be honest. We were just kind of putting the episodes up when I remembered. But now I've just been doing it automatically after I get done with all this. So it's work, but it's worth it. And we will see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. Who we have Sir Eric on next week. So good night.